Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we will discussing the law number 19 of the best international bestseller book of Robert Greene, The 48 Laws of Power. The law number 19 says, know who you are dealing with, do not offend the wrong person. There are many different kinds of people in the world, and you can never assume that everyone will react to your strategies in the same way. Deceive or outmaneuver some people, and they will spend the rest of their life seeking revenge. They are wolves in lamb's clothing. Choose your victims and opponents carefully, then never offend or deceive the wrong person. In your rise to power, you will across many breeds of opponent, sucker, and victim. The highest form of the art of power is the ability to distinguish the wolves from the lambs, the, the foxes from the hares, the hawks from the vultures. If you make this distinction well, you will succeed without needing to coerce anyone too much. But if you deal blindly with whoever crosses your path, you will have a life of constant sorrow. If you even live that long, being able to recognize type of people and to act accordingly is critical. The following are five most dangerous and difficult types of mark in jungle. The arrogant and proud man. Although he may initially disguise it, this man's touchy pride makes him very dangerous. Any perceived slight will lead to a vergence of overwhelming violence. You may say to yourself, "But I only said such and such at a party where everyone was drunk." It does not matter. There is no sanity behind his overreaction, so do not waste time trying to figure him out. If at any point in your dealing with a person you sense an oversensitive and overactive pride, flee. Whatever you are hoping from him is not worth it. The hopelessly insecure man. This man is related to the proud and arrogant type, but is less violent and harder to spot. His ego is fragile, his sense of self insecure, and if he feels himself deceived or attacked, the heart will simmer. He will attack you in bites that will take forever to get big enough for you to notice. If you find you have deceived or harmed such a man, disappear for a long time. Do not stay around him, or he will nibble you death. Mr. Suspicion. Another variant on the breed above. This is a future Joe Stalin. He sees what he wants to see, usually the roast in other people, and imagines that everyone is after him. Mr. Suspicion is in fact the least dangerous of the three. Genuinely unbalanced, he is easy to deceive, just as Stalin himself was constantly deceived. Play on his suspicious nature to get him to turn against other people. But if you do become the target of his suspicions, watch out. The serpent with long memory. If hurt or deceived, this man will show no anger on the surface. He will calculate and wait. Then, when he is in a position to turn the tables, he will exact a revenge marked by cold blooded shrewdness. Recognize this man by his calculation and cunning in different areas of his life. He is usually cold and unaffectionate. Be doubly careful of this snake, and if you have somehow injured him, either crush him completely or get him out of your sight. The plain, unassuming, and often unintelligent man. Your ears prick up when you find such a tempting victim. But this man is a lot harder to deceive than you imagine. Falling for a ruse often takes intelligence and imagination, a sense of the possible rewards. The blunt man will not take the bait because he does not recognize it. He is that unaware. The danger with this man is not that he will harm you or seek revenge, but merely that he will waste your time, energy, resources, and even your sanity in trying to deceive him. Have a test ready for a mark, a joke, a story. If his reaction is utterly literal, this is the type you are dealing with. Continue at your own risk. Law number 20: do not commit to anyone. It is the fool who always rushes to take sides. Do not commit to any side or cause but yourself. By maintaining your independence, you become the master of others, playing people against one another, making them pursue you. Since power depends greatly on appearance, you must learn the tricks that will enhance your image. Refusing the commit to a person or group is one of these. When you hold yourself back, you incur not anger but a kind of respect. You instantly seem powerful because you make yourself ungraspable. Rather than succumbing succumbing to the group or to relationship as most people do, this aura of power only grows with time. As your reputation for independence grows, more and more people will come to desire you, wanting to be the one who gets you to commit. Desire is like a virus. If we see that someone is desired by other people, we tend to find this person desirable too. The moment you commit, the magic is gone. You become like everyone else. People will try all kinds of underhanded methods to get you to commit. They will give you gifts, shower you with favors, all to put you under obligation, encourage the attention, stimulate their interest, but do not commit at any cost. Accept the gifts and favors if you show desire, but be careful to maintain your inner aloofness. You cannot inadvertently allow yourself to feel obligated to anyone. Remember, though, the goal is not to put people off or to make it seem that you are incapable of commitment. Like Queen Elizabeth I, first, the Virgin Queen, you need to stir and pot, excite, interest, lure people with the possibility of having you. You have to bend to their attention occasionally, then, but never too far. The Greek soldier, the statesman, Al- Alcibiades played this game to perfection. It was Alcibiades who inspired and led the massive Athenian armada that invaded Sicily in 414 BC. When envious Athenians back home tried to bring him down by accusing him of trumped up charges he defeated to the enemy, the Spartans, instead of facing a trial back home. Then, after the Athenians were defeated by Syracuse, he left Sparta for Persia. Even though the power of Sparta was now on the rise. Now, however, both the Athenians and Spartans quoted Alcibiades because of his influence with Persians, and the Persians showered him with honors because of his power over the Athenians and the Spartans. He made promises to every side but committed to none, and in the end, he held all the cards. If you aspire to power and influence, try the Alcibiades tactic. Put yourself in the middle between competing powers. Lure one side with the promise of your help. The other side, always wanting to outdo its enemy, will pursue you as well. As each side vies for your attention, you will immediately seem a person of great influence and desirability. More power will accrue to you than if you had rashly committed to one side. In France, July Revolution of 1830, after 3 days of riots, the statesman Talleyrand, now elderly, sat by his Paris window listening to the pealing bells, signaled the riots were over. Turning to an assistant, he said, "Ah, the bells, we are winning. Who's we?" Mon Prince, the assistant asked, gesturing for the man to keep quiet. Talleyrand replied, "Not a word. I will tell you who we are tomorrow." He will knew that only fools rush into a situation that by committing too quickly you lose your maneuverability. People also respect you less. Perhaps tomorrow they think you will commit to another cause different cause, since you gave yourself so easily to this one. Commitment to one side deprives you of the advantage of time and luxury of waiting. Let others fall in love with this group, or that for your part don't rush and don't lose your head.